Namaste friends, welcome back to YogaCandi. My name's Candace and today I have yoga for a bloated stomach, IBS and the digestive system. So you're not going to need anything today, but if you're on a hard floor like me and your mat isn't that padded, then I recommend having a thick towel and just place it in the center of the mat so that you can keep your hips and everything nice and padded. So it's going to be a very relaxing class, so don't worry, take your time, and I hope this is really going to help you. So do let me know in the comments how you felt at the end of the class. Let's begin. We're going to start off on our backs. So come into a nice comfortable seat, knees together, and very slowly we're going to roll vertebrae by vertebrae all the way down to the mat. From here, we're going to hug our knees towards the armpits. So you can even just take your hands to the knees or see if you can grip your hands behind the knees, pulling them down towards the armpits. Together, let's all close our eyes, tune into the inner body, and take some nice deep belly breaths. So throughout the class, we're going to inhale and exhale all the way out through the nostrils, trying to listen to the breath and to the sensations of the body. If any thoughts start to come into your head, just allow them to pass. From here, release your knees, hold onto the knees, bring them together, and we're very slowly going to roll our legs in one direction. You can make big circles or you can make small circles, it's totally up to you. Just massaging that lower spine, bringing the knees towards the chest and exhaling them away. Take your time, enjoying every sensation. On every exhale, engage the core, and on your inhales, allow your belly to rise. You can even rock from side to side rather than roll if that feels better. Anything that feels good here. Take a couple more circles in this direction, and then we're going to rotate in the opposite direction, nice and slowly, as you like. You may even find little spots that feel good and you want to just hang out there for a moment, rocking from side to side. And hug your knees back towards the chest. Engage the feet up towards the sky and try to keep your lower spine against the mat. Just hug them as close in towards the chest as possible. Suck in that lower belly. Take a deep exhale. Inhale, allow the belly to rise. Exhale, engage. Keep this breath just for a moment. Now keep a hold of your right leg and very slowly take your left leg all the way out long down the mat. Squeeze this right leg up towards the right elbow or towards the right armpit. Pull it in as deep as you can, keeping that back nice and flat against the ground. Keep your breaths nice and deep. Engage that left leg, lifting up through the knee so that you're really pushing it down into the ground. Now start to lift the right toes up towards the sky. We're going to take a half happy baby. So take your arm to the inside thigh and grab the outside of the foot. If this is not possible, you can just grab onto the shin instead. We're going to pull that a little further down, taking your left hand towards your left hip, helping it to stay grounded. Take a couple of deep breaths here. Take one more deep breath, pulling that leg a little lower if you can. And now take your left hand to the right knee and slowly start to rotate so that you're bending from the waist into a lovely twist. Hold the right knee with the left hand. Extend the right hand out at a 90-degree angle, sending the head over towards the right for a nice gentle twist. Keep enjoying your deep inhales here. Inhale back to center. Give that knee one more little squeeze and then lift up through the left leg. We're going to do a figure 4 shape now. So take the right foot, place it on top of the left thigh. Now lift the left leg off of the ground. If you can grab behind the left leg, then you're going to pull the legs towards your body, opening up through this right hip. Make sure you're keeping the right toes engaged, so the toes are pointing up towards the sky. If this is not accessible, you can always come up onto your forearms or maybe even onto your hands and just push yourself forward towards this right thigh. If you can stay reclined and you can grab behind the leg, then great. Just sit here for a moment. And all together, let's take 3 deep breaths. And release. We're going to wrap that right leg over the left. We're going to take another twist. Now you can keep the legs just wrapped once, or you can wrap them twice. So we're going to send the hips towards the right side of the mat and allow the legs to fall over towards the left. Open up through the arms into a nice T shape and look over towards your right fingertips. Take one more deep breath. On your inhale, lift the legs back up and release the bind. Hug your knees in towards your armpits once again. And we're going to lift the right leg to the sky and very slowly lower it all the way down to the mat. Keeping it flat against the mat, lifting up through the knee so that you're keeping it engaged. And now we're going to take the right arm to the left knee. We're going to send the foot up towards the sky. And we're going to use our left hand to grip the opposite side of that foot. The elbow should be on the inside of the thigh. We're pulling it down in a half baby pose, half happy baby. If this is not accessible, you can always hold on to the shin, just pulling it from there. Try to keep your lower spine and your tailbone flat against the ground. You can take your right hand to the right hip, holding it down towards the ground. Just keep pulling this knee towards the armpit. Take one more deep breath. And now take your right hand to the knee and slowly guide this leg across the body, sending it over towards the right side of the mat for a lovely spinal twist. Open this left arm out to a 90-degree angle and send your gaze over towards the left fingertips. Keep the right hand on the right knee and just hold it in place for the twist. Keep breathing here. Take one more deep inhale. On your next inhale, slowly come up to center. Hug that knee in towards the left armpit. Coming back in for our figure four, lift up onto the heel of the right leg, and we're going to place this left leg over the thigh. Engage the toes so they're pointing up towards the sky, and don't forget you can always take the easier variation by sitting up in this position. Otherwise, lift the right leg off the ground and see if you can grab behind the leg. If you can, start to pull that a little towards the body, opening up through this left hip. Keep both of the feet engaged. Close your eyes and try to keep your spine flat against the ground. We're going to breathe into this. Take 3 really deep breaths. From here, release the grip. We're going to wrap our legs either once, so you're taking the left to keeping it on top of the right. Wrap it either once or twice. And we're going to send our hips over towards the left side of the mat, opening the arms out into a T and allowing the knees to fall over towards the right. Send your gaze towards your left fingertips and enjoy the stretch and this beautiful twist. Take 2 more deep breaths. Inhale back to center. Release the wrap of the legs and slowly squeeze those knees back towards the chest. Now take your hands back to the knees and let's take 3 little rolls in one direction. 3 little circles, massaging the lower spine once again. And then in the opposite direction. Release the feet down to the ground. We're just going to take a bridge pose to counteract all of those little fold type positions that we've done, just for a little back bend. Take your time. The feet placed hip distance apart, keeping the eyes closed. You want to keep your knees in line with the hips at all times. Place your hands on the ground, and if you can touch your heels, you're in the right position. From here, we're going to inhale our hips up to the sky, and you can always interlace the fingertips behind the spine, lifting the hips nice and high. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, release out the mouth. One more inhale. Exhale, very, very slowly roll your spine all the way back down to the ground as slowly as you can, vertebrae by vertebrae. Keeping the eyes closed. Feel each vertebrae start to make contact with the ground. Once they've made contact, we're going to take a full happy baby. If that's not accessible to you, then just bend your knees and pull them in towards the armpits, maybe even taking a little rock if you would like to. Otherwise, send the feet towards the sky. You can grab onto the shins and pull the knees down towards the armpits, or you can hold onto the outsides of each foot, keeping the spine flat against the ground. If your spine is lifted and your tailbone is lifted, then just take the easier variation, or simply hugging those knees towards the armpits. Wherever you are, take a moment, close your eyes. We're going to take 3 deep breaths. From here, just gently rock from side to side, very gently, rolling from left to right. Just taking your time. If you're just holding the knees in towards the armpits, do the same thing, very, very slowly roll from side to side. If you find a spot that feels nice, perhaps stay there and gently rock, and then take it over towards the other side and gently rock there. And then come back to the center and release your legs down towards the ground. Bring your heels together, keeping the inner soles towards each other, and allow the knees to fall open. So you're like in a reclining butterfly pose here. You can take your hands to your belly. You can even give your belly a little rub in one direction. Go clockwise to start with. And then maybe just push down nice and gently, coming from underneath the rib cage, pushing down towards the pubic bone. And then back in a clockwise position. And then back, pushing down from under the rib cage all the way down to the pubic bone. And then become still. Tuck your shoulder blades underneath the body, close your eyes, and let's just breathe here. Allow everything to hang heavy, giving into gravity. You're more than welcome to stay here as long as you like, or take it into a shavasana or a meditation. I really hope you've all enjoyed this class today. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and to share with loved ones. Until next time, Namaste.